My name is Tom DEBLASS. I will be a second-degree black belt under Professor Ricardo Almeida. Competed all over the world in MMA and Jiu-Jitsu. I graduated from Monmouth University, and I went there for track and field. I was much smaller. I was one of the best in the state in the long jump and high jump. I actually tore all the ligaments in my ankle, and I got pretty beat up from track and field. Go figure. I leave track and field to find an easier sport in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and mixed martial arts.
This is my student, Tom DEBLASS. Multiple-time world champion, no-gi world champion, fought in the UFC, fought in Bellator, fought at ADCC, qualified, won the North American trial, all right? So, Professor, Matt's all yours.
Thank you. Guys, what an introduction. And, Professor, he said some important things. When I started as a white belt with Professor, he kind of knew the direction that I was going in at that age. I was a 19-year-old kid. I talked to him today. I said, I was with you from the time I was a boy. Today is my 32nd birthday, And, hey man, there's nowhere I'd rather be than right here, right now. And I told him what I wanted for myself, and he always held me to high expectations.
My student Tom, I've always tried to be a link in the chain, I've always taken an enormous responsibility of sort of passing on what I've learned from Renzo, and I've always tried to instill in my students and everyone under my circle of influence, the importance of seeing the world through jiu-jitsu eyes, reinforcing healthy and positive lifestyles and stepping up to the plate when it's needed to, and if you don't agree with something, to speak up. More than anything, you are a positive role model for the people around you. From my students, from the guys who have been under me, I think nobody embodies there more than Tom. He really embodies what it is to be a jiu-jitsu black belt these days.
Don't think so much about how I'm gonna grip to grab the leg over. Just get that leg over, yeah, for sure. There you go, perfect. Boom, control the opposite hip. But make sure we're not exposing our back, so we're gonna come with the other hand to control this hip. There you go. Good.
Tom, it's like if I tell you the sky's the limit, it is, because he has everything and he can achieve whatever he wants. And we gave him the same food and the same knowledge and the same way of thinking that we give to him was the same things that I got it, and all the champions in my family got it. He received that. It's like whatever he want to do, if he wants to step his foot all the way up there, I'll be next to him, pushing him up.
To train under Renzo and Ricardo Almeida means everything to me. I've been a student of theirs for 13 years. You better believe when you walk through those doors at the Renzo Academy, Ricardo's I know for me, there's a mark on my back, and it's all love. I love these guys love me, but there's no easy training, ever. And I think a lot of it's because it's just our lifestyle. Everybody's trying to prove themselves. Everybody's trying to make their mark. So I know when I was a white belt and blue belt, when I would train with the black belt, I wanted them to remember who Tom DEBLASS was. The pride that I have for my teachers and the loyalty that I have to my team, you can't buy that. It's just, I'm a grown man with my own accomplishments, but these are two guys that whatever they ask of me, I'm gonna be there for them in a heartbeat. And without them, I wouldn't be where I am.
All right, guys, so Professor was showing some De La Riva guard stuff. So this is a huge problem, the De La Riva guard, especially if our partner starts to turn our knee in, all right? We don't want to be here. It's a control battle, all right? He's going to have control, I'm going to have control. I'm going to point my knee in, boom, right away. Pull the leg over, all right? From here, I'm controlling this leg.
Jiu-Jitsu brings the truth. It's like you can hide who you are. And we are lucky that this art's so amazing that brings us people of amazing quality, and Tom DEBLASS for sure is one of them. It's an amazing asset that we were able to make it, and and saw him transition from beginner to the amazing fighter that he's now and the amazing technician and teacher.
Remember, make sure we're controlling the hip the whole entire time. Hip to hip, hip to hip. A lot of times, like even when you're on top, get down real quick. A great way to pass is right away, boom, hip. Step right around, because I'm controlling that hip right there. So I'm dragging, I'm controlling. I can come to this side, here, you know, here, as long as I'm controlling the hip. But make sure you're switching hips. Never let go of the hips. Jiu-jitsu's for everybody. You don't have to be a world champion. You don't have to want to compete, and you could still have world-class jiu-jitsu. Guys, I don't know if you realize it, like even some of our white belts here, like we're a team right here.
I try to help as many people as I could, and I use fighting as a tool to get through to people, you know, so I know I've gained a lot of respect through that. So now, for me, it's not about, like, I believe in my ability, and I think I'm as good as anyone in the world, but it's more so about touching people's lives and really helping them overcome struggles.